And indeed, here we are, live for the third and final map. Knifing to decide who's going to start on CT. Obviously one of the most heavy CT-sided maps in the current map pool. Mouse taking the knife round. It would be strange if they decide to start on C side, but I mean we've seen it happen before. Now, very quickly, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the match, before we get too far into it, I want to point out that we do have another match coming up a little bit later, more or less right after this one. That's gonna be Hell Racers versus the winner, of Navi and North. Navi and North still battling it out on their second map. Navi in the lead currently 8-2. North in the lead in terms of maps. They took map 1. Smuya with the initial frag here for the pistol. Oscar chiming in. Oscar with the double. Sonny finds one on Cosmin. Oscar triple. Robin left alone 1-on-3. Oscar looking for more. Unsilenced USP gets the quad. Why not? Oscar with the quad kill for the pistol. Mousesports. Early advantage. I was about to say Oscar didn't buy anything, but he's just a bit late to the party, I suppose. Does buy the M4. Good early damage done towards Stico. Bit of a force buy here for Epsilon. Upgraded pistols. Eagles on Surreal. And on Chuck, Oscar and Stico taking a good amount of damage. Molly and a nade. Robin and Surreal fairly low as well. Chris J, good positioning, finds the double. 2 UK players out of the equation. It's now going to be all on Robin, Chuck, and Cosmin. Chris J still fighting. Robin kills his teammate. That looked a bit strange. Obviously, there was another player behind his teammate. A bit unlucky, but... okay then. 2-0 for Mousesports. I see you guys having a bit of discussion in the chat whether there's a reason or not to take the silencer off the USP. Not really. It's one of the worst things you can do to a silenced weapon. Taking off the silencer destroys the accuracy. But other than that, it's more or less the same gun. Pretty good stuff here from, well, Epsilon in general. Smuya does go down and Robin is left on his lonesome. Oscar with a double kill. Should have been an easy round for Mousesports. Only 2 players surviving, one of them being Sunny. With the, I believe that's on Nova. Epsilon already hurting the economy from Mousesports. And then this one, Smuya with the AWP. Chris J with an AWP of his own. Smuya with the initial. As Rups went for the aggression, Smuya took him down. Smuya looking for more, but unfortunately the timing is not in his favor this time around. Deco timing shines upon him. Finds the frag on Smooya, 1-for-1 trade. Stiko still with the aggression up towards playground. So Real goes down. Chuck picking up the AWP. Looking for more, but can't seem to find it just yet. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on Chris J. Robin will take care of Stiko. Finally taking him out. Cosmin in such a strong position. Oscar goes down 3-on-2 now, favoring Epsilon. Chris J still alive with the AWP, making his way up towards that A-bomb site, playing over by Optimus. Denies the bomb plant. That's massive! That's time! Cosmin stays alive on Mousesports. They secured the round by time as Chris J denies the bomb plant. 4-0 for Mouse. Cosmin holding on to the AK-47, but he doesn't get the round bonus. He's gonna be low on money. I love it! The wall bang. Cosmin is gonna be like, what? What happened? Doesn't really deal that much damage. If you land a headshot, yes, it deals damage. Bit of a low buy here for all the Epsilon players. Cosmin saving the AK-47. C-set 75 on Surreal and Robin. Smooya and Chuck, both with Deagle. On the other side, double up setup for Mousesports, Oscar and Chris J. That sound in the background, that's not supposed to be there, right? Not this loud across the entire map, right? I just realized it and now I can't unhear it. Surreal takes care of Stiko. Sonny answers back. Bomb will get planted. Sonny finds the kill on Robin up close towards the pillar. Chuck on short. Smooya, he takes care of Oscar. Chuck rushing through the smoke, but the time is not in his favor. Bomb will get defused by Sonny. Chris J holding down the fort. 5-0 for Mousesport. Oscar with the initial. Cosmin goes down. Again, early advantage for Mousesports. 4-on-5 situation early into the round. Sonny in a good position at the lower portion of connector, but Smooya gets the trade. This time around, Stiko once again going for the aggression out towards middle. Chuck falls. That's the bomb as well. Stiko now trying to get full control of the bomb. Should get help soon enough, indeed. Oscar with the AWP trying to find an angle where he can cover it off. Instead, he misses his smoke. Oh no. Oscar, what are you doing, boy? Makes up for it as he finds the kill on Robin. Another smoke, another strange smoke. But again, makes up for it by taking care of Smooya just before it blooms. 6-0 for Mousesports, off to a flying start on Overpass. Epsilon now on the full losing bonus. That means that they will have enough money to buy up every single round. They're not necessarily going to get the utility that they might want. I must admit, this ambient sound is driving me nuts right now. It's kind of like nails on a chalkboard. Deco getting flashed, falling back towards the site. Still no kills in towards the round. Chuck taking a good amount of damage. Oscar falling back behind the smoke. Deco finds the kill on Robin. Surreal trades out with Chris J, but Oscar takes him down. Smooya moving in towards the side. Takes care of Sonny. Almost connects on Oscar. Oscar watching for the smoke. Takes care of Cusmean. In the meantime, Deco on the flank. 7-0 for Mouse. Some of you guys saying that I should put stop sound into the console. Let me do that real fast. That didn't do anything. Should be another fairly easy round here for Mousesports. Firing on all cylinders, flying out the gates. Chuck does manage to find one on Deco. A nice little headshot. Chuck does manage to find the second on Oscar, so not that clean of a round for Mousesports. At the very least, Chuck managed to deal some economical damage towards Mousesport, but their economy is straight up great. They got so much money that buying up is not going to be an issue. 8-0 for Mousesports. Finally, enough money for Epsilon yet again. Instead of going for the 4 spies with the AK-47s and the helmet, sorry, every round they decide to do that one buffer round and get more utility out of it. Smooya with the AWP as well. Chris J lurking behind the smoke, finds the kill on Robin. Good start yet again for Mousesports. Epsilon now trying to make their way in towards that B-bomb site. Sonny in a good position, and so is Rups. Spray down and a good correction. Beautiful double. Sonny gets a double as well. Chris J with one of his own. 9-0. Mouse seems unstoppable at this point. Stiko with the initial towards Smuya. Stiko again going for the aggression. The aggression has definitely been paying off for Stiko here on Overpass. Rups and Chris J, they chime in as well. Chuck and Cosby now going to be left alone. 2-on-5 situation, not much they can do. Oscar finds the frag on Cosmin. Chuck, all on his lonesome, almost lost his toupee. Chuck. Good shot towards Sonny. He needs the ace to clutch this one, and that seems so unlikely. And now, as you can see on the minimap, Mousesports doing their absolute finest to shut him down. To box him in, so to speak. Oscar finds the final kill. That's a double for him. Every single player getting one, except for Sonny. 10-0 for Mousesports. I want to point out that I'll try and fix the sound issue in the halftime. Try and rejoin the GoToMe. Hopefully that works. If not, I really don't have any clue what to do. I've asked the admins. They don't know either. Robin. Good shot through the smoke as he sees the traces from Rups. Once again, want to remind you guys that we do have another best of 3 coming up right after this one. That's going to be Hellraisers versus the winner of Navi and North. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Cosmin finds the frag on Chris J, and now finally something looking to be working out for Epsilon. 5-on-3 in their favor this time around. Haven't said that in God knows how many rounds. Surreal trying for the tap where he got towards heaven, trying to get lucky, so to speak. Oh! Speak about luck. Oscar takes the random shot through the wall in lower CT. Finds the kill on Robin, but that's all they're gonna get. 4 players surviving for Epsilon. The big question is this gonna be enough? My optic, they need at least 3 more rounds. 11-4 is definitely doable on a map like Overpass. 10-5 would be better for sure. Deco this time around, not going for the aggression. He has been incredibly aggressive throughout this entire map so far. Towards middle on the CT side for Mousesports. It's gotten a good amount of kills for it. Aggression has paid off for him. For the main part. Oscar trying to go aggressive with the AWP. Missing his opportunity. Surreal shuts him out. Stiko takes the position instead. Chris J from the side himself. Finds the frag on Smuya. Oh, Stiko on the flank. Oh no, that gotta hurt. Such a good opportunity. He's flanking a player who's basically not looking at him. Still cannot connect the shot, but it doesn't matter. Sonny throws Epsilon out of the equation with a wild spray down towards B short. Gets the triple kill and secures yet another round on the board for Mousesports, 11-1. Epsilon with a force buy for this one. Robin and Chuck with Deagles. AK-47s on the rest of the team. Mousesports sitting pretty, but Oscar, he goes down to Surreal. Surreal with the double. Might be exactly the start Epsilon were looking for in this round. The bomb is dropped over towards Playground. They decide not to go for any quick aggression up towards B instead. Might actually still fall back to B. Seems like they just want to move closer towards that A-bomb site as a unit. Has Sunny playing up close. Chris J, very close to Sunny actually. Sitting over by Optimus. Molly's flashes in towards the side. Chris J finds one. Sunny with one of his own, but Chuck and Smooya answers back. Rups is going to be left alone. 1-on-3 situation. The young gun from Mousesports trying to clutch this one out. Rups just managed to find one, but that's all he's gonna get. Cosmine takes him down. But it's only the second round for Epsilon, and I laugh a bit about that, but I probably shouldn't. It's more sad than anything else. Especially considering how close map 1 was. I'm still hoping that Epsilon can bring this one back. I am still crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. I want to see a close map. I want to see a close match in general. Not necessarily because I hope Epsilon will win this one. Mostly because I want to see as much action as possible. Cosmine finds the frag gun. Stico Rups has already taken a good amount of damage. We are clearing up connector. Finds the frag up towards the side. Oscar falls. Smooya still looking towards connector. Cosmine up close towards the side. Sunny.
Oh, I don't like that.
Patiently waiting. Oh, Smooya and Cosmine.
Nice, Cosmine.
More or less in unison. Find one each. Sunny left alone. Now on the rotation from the A-bomb side down towards B. Spots Smooya up on short. Goes for the pre-fire. Can't seem to connect just yet. Bomb finally making its way up close towards the side. It's Chuck going for the plant. Sunny needs a miracle. That's not happening. Chuck with the final shot to secure the round for Epsilon. 11-3. I'll jump right at you and say it. I still feel like this is one of the most CT-sided maps in the current map pool. 11-3. It might not look great, especially with Stico knifing Chris J in the back. That doesn't make it better. 11-3, 12-3, 11-4. There's still pretty good chance for Epsilon to get back into this one. They desperately need that initial pistol though. They secure the pistol in the second half. That's a good chance they can make this one competitive. Obviously for this round, Mousesports with a false buy, but they don't have too much money to work with. So it is a limited buy. Sonny does manage to find 2. But Smooya with a trade. 11-4 it is. Epsilon back on the scoreboard. There's still a long way to go. But as mentioned, if they manage to secure this pistol round, they actually have a decent chance of bringing it back. And as we're waiting for the second half, I will try and fix the sound issues. See if I can do that real fast. Beautiful first half from Mousesports in this game. Hopefully this fixed it. So we are live. Sounds like the AC has been turned off. We seem to be alright. Finally, thankfully. And we are live with the second half. Pistol for the second half. Mousesports now going to be on T side, Epsilon on the CT side. Shock. With a smoke and a kit. Already used the smoke. Surreal finds the frag on Oscar. Desperate for this pistol round. Christian goes for the aggression. He finds the double. Shock and Cosmin out of the equation. 4-on-3 situation. Steeko looking for even more over from the toxic barrels. Bomb has been planted so it can get peeked from heaven. Surreal finds the kill on Sonny. Steeko over by Toxic as mentioned. He does manage to get one. Surreal with the quad kill now looking for the ace. Chris J moving down towards lower CT. Oh, Chris J takes care of Surreal. Smooya picking up the kit. And he will get the kill, but no time for the defuse. Mousesport, or should I say Chris J, picking up the pistol. Now it's starting to look a bit bleak for Epsilon. Going for the force buy, and they pretty much have to at this point. Again, I'm still hoping that Epsilon can bring it back to make this a bit more competitive for us to watch. Not a massive fan of one-sided maps. Never really been my thing. Especially with a game as close as this one. First 2 maps were incredibly close. First map ended 16-14 in favor of Epsilon. Second map 16-11 for Mousesports. Now Mousesports in the lead on map 3, 12-4. Chris J getting completely blinded. Beautiful teamwork. Robin goes for the peek. Chris J goes down. Steeko took a decent amount of damage as well. We've seen Epsilon on their force buys. We saw it especially on Cobblestone. But that was not just Epsilon, that was Mousesports as well. Both teams winning a bunch of force buys on map 1. Robin tries for even more. Sonny takes damage. Robin with the triple. 14 HP. Needs to be careful. Fire doesn't spread all the way. Rups peeks in, but he goes down to Chuck. Smooya with the angle, and with the frag on Steeko, Epsilon brings it back. Force by victory yet again. 12-5. Still anyone's game. I know they're in a 7-round deficit, but they can quickly turn that around. We've seen it time and time again. And on a map that's heavy CT-sided, definitely gives them a bit of an edge on their CT side. Robin, Smooya getting one each to the start of the round. Robin takes a bit of damage, and so does Cosmin. Smooya tapping away. Finds the frag on Oscar. That's the double. Looking for even more. Stiko low on HP, down to just 20. He'll go down to Cosmin. Rups finally finding a frag. That seems to be all he's gonna get. I take that back. Gets the second. Nice headshot from Rups. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on the other side of the map. Either way, Surreal gets the final frag. Epsilon got their 6th round. There was a force buy for Mousesports, so this one is going to be a full eco. Sonny with the aggression down towards Connector. Smooya in a good position will take him down. As mentioned, full eco here for Mousesports. Should, in theory, mean an easy round for Epsilon. That's not always the case. That's the bomb, though. What was Chris J doing that far up with the bomb? I know it's an eco, but still. It's deco down towards Connector. Oh, wow. 88 HP, or 88 damage rather, from that nade. Rups finds the kill on Smooya. Oscar up close. Robin takes him down. Stiko gonna go for the push. Robin, yet another kill. That's the quad. Another round for Epsilon. 12-7 now. Back and forth it goes. Mousesports still with the lead, and finally enough money for the AK-47s. Good amount of utility as well. They got 5 smokes and a bunch of flashes behind them. Shock gets the initial on Rups. Chris J returns the favor as he takes care of Surreal. Shock getting caught in no man's land by Sonny. Robin goes for the aggression before the smoke balloons and missing every opportunity. Cosmin and Smooya. Now only Cosmin on the flank. Mission impossible commence. 1-on-4 makes it into a 1-on-3. Sonny now picking up the AWP. Watching from the high grounds. Should be another round on the board for Mousesports. And indeed it is. Bomb ticked for way too long for Cosmin to have any chance of clutching this one out. Chris J. Never mind. $13-7. Still plenty of money for Epsilon to buy up completely. Orb on Smooya. M4 on the rest of the team. Plenty of utility. Death kit on Cosmin and Chuck. Flashbang out towards middle. Smooya goes for the peak. He doesn't spot anyone. That's an indication for Epsilon that it might be another B hit, and it seems to be working out just fine for Mousesports. They did it in the previous round, trying it yet again. But Chuck, this time around, he fires back. Gets the double. Robin chimes in. Sonny and Oscar, they find one each, and Oscar gets the double of his own. Cosmin left alone. 1-on-2 situation. On the flank, but Oscar. Too smart. 200 IQ. Goes for the peak. Takes him down. 14-7. This could be over very soon. Now Epsilon, they gotta think about, do we want to force for this one and go for the straight up win in regulation? Or do we want to give ourselves a buffer and try and play for overtime? It seems like they want to play for overtime. I somewhat understand, but just so far behind. Ricochet again with the aggression, again with the entries towards the B bomb site. Gets the double. Rups and Stico chimes in. Robin left alone with the Deagle. And a Dream does manage to find the frag on Christian, but now his position is known. Picking up the MAC-10, and there's not really any reason to hold on to it. He should definitely try and get some exit frags with it. And I think that's exactly what he's trying to do right here. Falling back to a bit of a safe... Okay, no mind. I thought he was going to try and... There we go. Get exit frags with the MAC-10 to secure a bit more money. Either way, Chuck does have enough money to drop an AWP if needed. But Oscar takes care of Robin. He only managed to get one. 15-7. Mouse now sitting on map and match point. They got 8 of those. Epsilon, they need 8 rounds in a row to bring this into overtime. Tough task at hand. Spray down towards short B. Connects a bit with Cosmin and Surreal, but not enough to do any real damage. As we still got the time, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. Oscar playing out of his mind. Chris J as well. Robin and Smooya doing their absolute best to keep Epsilon in the game. Bit of a slow start to the round here for Mousesports. Seems like they want to go for some aggression up towards A. Robin finds the shadow and the kill on Sunny. Oscar with the trade. Been playing phenomenal CS here on Overpass. It's not quite done yet. Chuck moving up close towards the site. Mousesports retrieving the bomb. Oh. Chuck! He's come to party. Finds 2. Chris J. Stico will fall. Now a 4-on-2 situation. Epsilon, they desperately need this round. And they need more than just this one. Chuck, not done yet. Chuck with the quad kill. 15-8. Epsilon, they're still in the game. Get another round. I said it before. Epsilon needed 8 rounds in a row. Now 7. Another important round for Epsilon. It's going to be Rups to get the initial frag on Cosmin, as Cosmin decided to go for a bit of aggression over towards B short. Early advantage for Mousesports. Not entirely sure why we're stuck on Stico. Absolutely nothing is happening with him. Oscar slowly making his way closer towards that B bomb site. Looking for the peek up towards Toxic Barrels. Can't find anything just yet, but goes for the aggression. Surreal goes down. Oscar yet again moving closer towards the site. Ooh, quick reaction to Chuck on the back of site. It's going to be Robin to take him down. Smooya finds one on Stico. Robin Still alive, still fighting down towards the B bomb site. Sonny gotta go for the plant. Robin trying to deny it, but can't find the angle. Smooya with a nade on towards the site. Chris J now in a 1-on-2 clutch potential. Needs to find these one-on-one situations. Finds the one on Robin and full blinded. Takes care of Smooya. Mousesport secures the victory against Epsilon 2-1 in maps.